Hello, virtual students. This is just a real quick walkthrough of collecting the two data points you need from the data we collected as a class. So I'm going to provide you with some data files. They'll have different names in this. I put the rocket engine name first, then the sample ID, and then the date we actually launched that engine. And that should help you kind of navigate the data files. But once you have these data files downloaded, you can open these in Logger Pro. It'll look like this. So you'll have a table that shows the time and force, and then this graph. Notice that this graph is negative. The way our force sensors were set up, it senses a pull as a positive value and a push as a negative value. So for this exercise, please use absolute values. Just drop the negative sign. All right. First thing we want to do is explore these two buttons here, A and plus. Okay, so we're going to highlight a little zone here. I'm going to get this whole range. And if you click on the plus, what it will do is zoom in on that curve. And this is the force curve we are interested in. You need to capture at least one screenshot of this curve for each engine type. You might look at the three or four that you have and find which one you think is the best. Okay, so again, like I said, it shows a negative value here, but that's actually the most force right there. That's our highest force. All right, there's two things we want to collect from this. So to do this, you're going to highlight a range where you think the engine starts burning and where you think the thrust stops. So it's going to be like in this area here. So I'm just going to pick a zone from here and all the way to, I don't know, right there. So it doesn't have to go all the way and cover all the data. It's just going to pick all the data points between these two lines. So now we're going to use two of these buttons. We're going to use the integral and we're going to use the statistics button. I'm going to use the integral first, and you can see it pops up a little item here, and it says that the integral for this section, notice it colored all this pink, is negative 4.196. And let's drop the negative because we're interested in the absolute value. That is the integral of this curve, which is telling us the area under the curve. So this value is the total impulse in Newton seconds. Another thing we need to, and that's one of the things you have to collect, is total impulse. Then we also choose the stats button, the statistics button, the 1/2. And I'm going to move it over here. But you can see right here, the most negative number we have is 12.23. That is this number here, and that is our maximum thrust value. Again, drop the negative. We're only interested in having the absolute value numbers. So you would put this number for one of your data points and this number for the other. And again, capture at least one screenshot for engine type. You're going to do some comparisons, and that will help you. All right, that's all for this video. I hope you find this helpful.